Today, I have a very special and interesting guest. This is Kay Smythe. Did I get your last name right?
Yeah, you did actually. I very rarely do people ever get my last name right, so it's perfect.
Let's bring in Kay Smythe, co-host of Carol and Kay Save the USA. Kay, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Buck. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm going to go straight ahead and welcome our guest in, the great Kay Smythe. You can follow her, let's see, at Kay Smythe, SMYTHE. KaySmythe.com is where you can find her various shows and things. The YouTube channel, and briefly a KBC show. And she is someone who is a sociologist, demographic specialist, was that about right? Who is an academic who has interesting things to say about the world we live in, and I admire her for that. And I watch her on social media. And Susan, how many weeks ago did I say we've got to get Kay back in here?
Great to have you along for the ride. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Really glad to have back a journalist, co-host of Carol and Kay Save the USA. It's Kay Smythe. So the article that you wrote was very poignant, very direct, and it goes after so-called climate racism or climate change racism. Fill me in on how we got here, and what is it that you said in the report?
Climate racism isn't a thing in reality. It's just the latest ploy by the woke media massive to institute critical race theory into our minds as adults. Really, it comes down to the law. So about 23 felonies still exist here in California, but very few of them actually pertain to drugs. A bunch of laws were just scheduled from felonies to misdemeanors, including a lot that really target women and children. Things like date rape, those are no longer considered violent offenses. And so you've got people coming from all over the country who want to commit heinous acts against themselves and others. And they are now legally pretty much allowed to get away with it here in California.
They're motivated to not allow anything good to happen under a Trump administration, sort of.
Oh, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, so Kay Smythe, you can find her at KaySmythe.com. Look for her there. And the Twitter handle is at Kay Smythe, is that right?
Yeah, my parents were really I thought it was child abuse to give me a name like this, but it's helped out a lot in the tech world. Really helped.
Why? Why was it child abuse?
Because my name sounds like a sneeze, and it's just like, it's just like, oh, okay.
Last time I spoke with you, you called this a genocide. A genocide of homeless people, a genocide of drug addicts, predominant genocide of African Americans, because that's who's concentrated in certain environments. So it's a racist genocide.
Yeah.
And now today you called it an open-air concentration camp.
That's where we're at, though, surely, right? I don't know how much time you spend walking around Los Angeles out in public, but I used to spend at least 5 hours a day just wandering the streets, bumping into my friends, going to coffee shops. Now I can't even go up to the Trader Joe's around the corner from where I live without being followed home by someone who is severely mentally ill, who needs help now to deal with the problems that they're going through. All of it kind of...
And will not only not get now help, they will never get help.
Oh,
the way things are set up.
So
today comes from the Supreme Court, who has ordered the Biden administration to stop enforcing the federal eviction moratorium. This was a 6-3 decision based on ideological lines, and those supporting the moratorium stated that almost 7.5 million households in America are currently behind on rent. Now, Brianna, I just drove across America from California to the East Coast, and the number of help wanted signs, I tried to keep a tally, but I lost count. There are literally thousands, if not millions, of job vacancies across the country. And I've also had a lot of conversations with young people who state that they simply don't want to work right now. So how am I interpreting this moratorium? Is this the Supreme Court doing what they do best? Or is this, what am I missing here? They are stranded there, and I'm using the word stranded because the quote-unquote press secretary, or the spokesperson for the end of the world, as I think she should be known, Jen Psaki, saying that we can't use the word stranded. And at least from my perspective, I think the only reason that he pushed up this deadline was because this administration is more obsessed with likes and looking like they're just ugly celebrities. That's all that this administration is. It's embarrassing. As an immigrant in this country, I looked to America as this place of freedom, innovation, and now all I realize under this administration they care about is being, as popular maybe as the Kardashians, and they're certainly showing about as much intellect in all of their behaviors